Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Warcraft III: The Frozen Throne. The next morning, on the palace grounds, King Arthas and his majordomo, Kel'Thuzad, discussed the Lich King's dire warnings.
So the seizures have been getting worse?
Yes. With my powers drained, I can barely command my own warriors. The Lich King warned me that if I didn't reach Northrend soon, all would be lost.
Fear not, my king. Everything is being prepared for your departure. The ships are waiting at the coast.
There's been a change of plans, King Arthas. You're not going anywhere.
Assassins! It's a trap!
You should never have returned, human. Weakened as you are, we have assumed control over the majority of your warriors. It seems your reign was short-lived.
There are too many of them, my king. Flee! Escape from the city! I'll find my own way out and meet you in the wilderness.
All right, Lich. Good luck.
So the Scourge is teetering over the edge into a full-blown civil war. Arthas is losing his grip. He's losing control over the undead. And it is not the only thing that he is losing. Check his level out.
Frostmourne, our master Kel'Thuzad sent us to aid you. Our new skeletal mages will make short work of the rebels.
Very good. We'll need to move quickly and find any others still loyal to me. We're going to need all the support we can get. Last.
So this is a cool new Necromancer upgrade. We not only get our melee skeleton warriors now, we also get skeletal mages that they raise from the dead. And given how little we actually get, especially early on in the mission, the Necromancers put in a ton of work in this mission. But like I was saying before, check Arthas' levels out. He has been losing them. We had 2 of those seizures in the first mission, where his vision goes red and he gets flash to the Frozen Throne, to Ner'zhul, calling out to him. And then he's gotten weaker each time. He's been going down a level every time that happens.
Frostmourne hungers.
We are... Oh, that's such a cool way for them to represent Ner'zhul being under attack and him losing his powers is actually depowering him in the game.
I have need of your abilities, little shade. Will you help me?
I live only to serve you, King Arthas.
Shade's got a really good voice. We kill the Necromancer first, so we have the minimum amount of threats to actually deal with. And that just... Doesn't that throw the most interesting wrench in, like, the whole power dynamic here?
Speak, fool.
We've spent 6 campaigns doing nothing but leveling up new heroes and progressively getting more powerful and unlocking new abilities, more and more of them. And now all of a sudden we reach this final campaign.
Frostmourne hungers.
And the very first hero that we started leveling up and really working on and getting a feel for becoming more powerful is suddenly getting much weaker. It throws everything for a loop. It's so damn good.
For the Lich King.
It's like both the narrative and the gameplay implications of it. Which, that first one, the narrative implications, I think are way cooler, given that this is an RTS and they didn't have to put that much thought into it.
The Dreadlord's guards are stationed outside that armory. If we can fight our way past them, we could commandeer the meat wagons held inside.
So the meat wagons, they have some value, but not as much as you would think, because I think the meat wagons in this mission already come with the Exhumed Corpses upgrade, pre-upgraded. So it's just extra fuel for the Necromancers, but you already get a lot of fuel.
Upon your loyalty.
Like, there are already plenty of corpses for you to raise, for the most part. Like right here, we're not going to be able to really raise anything up, since those were skeletons that we destroyed. We'll get some gold out of this. I guess there's a shop or a mercenary camp. Oh, and this is a big ambush. We're gonna get the Necromancers back to the corner, though. And luckily, this is just a frost tower. It's in almost all of the defensive structures. Is that true? Am I bullshitting? No, like half of them. Humans get this option and undead get this option of going down one of two paths with their defensive structures. You know, with undead, you can upgrade either spirit towers, which are the damaging ones, or frost towers, which do very negligible damage, but just slow down anything that gets hit, which is valuable. And then humans also get the cannons, the arcane towers, and the regular guard towers. That's only because Night Elves and Orcs already have a couple of extra built-in defensive options on their buildings. Like Night Elves have not only the towers, but the abilities for their buildings to hit things and uproot as well. And then Orcs also have like the spiked fortifications and the bunkers. Shit. There's nothing really around for that ghoul to cannibalize. Nah, I just got careless with the necromancer while I was trying to pull the ghoul back. I think even if I had gotten that ghoul away, it wouldn't have really been able to get far enough away to go cannibalize and heal up. This is why we have our ultimate, though. This is exactly what that is for. It's also nice enough to give us this unlimited use wand of reanimation. And we're going to pull that necromancer back because necromancers are too valuable to lose as carelessly as I lost that first one. The wand that we have in Arthas' inventory, though, is just a necromancer on a stick. It's a long cooldown, but gives you a lot of value. A lot of value coming out of that. Anytime you can generate units from nothing, it's extremely potent. It's an option that you really always want to avail yourself of. I believe the Tomb of Relics, the Undead Shop building, has a version of that available for purchase, but I think it works off of charges. I think it has 4 charges on it. So you get to summon a total of 8 skeletons, which really is not bad value. Oh god, I don't know if we're ever gonna get a chance to see it, but there's another really cool, unique item from the Tomb of Relics that I used to use in the cheesiest way online. It's a blight skull or a blight stone or something, and all it does is you put it in a hero's inventory, and then you set down a big circle of blight anywhere on the map you want. Like, you don't have to go through the normal process of spreading the blight out, or building a necropolis, or haunting a gold mine, or anything like that. And so, because you can only build undead structures on blight, you get to do really dumb, cheesy things with that. Like, you get to actually proxy as undead. Proxy just means building a unit-producing building next to your opponent's base, so the rally time for your units to their base is shorter. You can reinforce really quickly. And even better, you can tower rush that way. It's the only way that undead can tower rush. And they didn't get to do that. Ooh, hello. They did not get to do that in Reign of Chaos. So I remember the very first thing that I did when I got the Frozen Throne in the very first online match I played was I tower rushed someone. I got a very, very angry message from them. It's such a cheesy, stupid strategy, and I love being able to do it as undead. It's the fucking best. Surprisingly, I am not a Protoss player in StarCraft. I go hard on that Zerg life. I was actually a Terran player in Brood War. I play Zerg almost exclusively in 2. So we get plenty of backup once we reach this far north on the map. Easier said than done, because actually getting here with this many units isn't the easiest thing to do. It's quite easy to just lose a couple of things, and the more you lose early on, the harder it is to maintain anything coming to this point. It's very difficult to snowball, and it's very easy for things to kind of cascade out of control very slowly. But if you maintain most of your army up to this point, then the rest is kind of a cakewalk. This part can get a little bit dicey, because there is an endless corpse pile right by the fountain, and there are a bunch of necromancers. And they have infinite fuel to draw on. The only silver lining here is that there's a cooldown, and you have your own necromancers, so you get the same benefit, and you can actually micro yours. The AI will not really micro. Of course, on hard difficulty, I think there are more necromancers in this spot, which makes this exponentially more difficult. Especially since they will use the skeletons to act as a meat shield for their raised skeletons to come off a cooldown. Let's send the skeletons in, have them be the meat shields, the big frontline tanks, so we don't have to sacrifice too much of the health points of our own units engaging in the first place. Even absorb some hits from the flanking Crypt Fiends, which is nice. It takes a lot of the heat off of our own necromancers.
What does the shadow
While we go and deal with the Doom Guard, which is the main problem of this part.
What is it now?
Then that is a Rune of Greater Mana. That's really going to help Arthas, who is the main source of healing that we have on top of everything else. And then our necromancers, of course, who shouldn't have been getting too low on mana, but nonetheless, make sure that there was never going to be a problem with mana for them. Like Cloud could be a problem. Just move these. And it's really only the skeletal mages standing in the way.
Speak, fool.
Look at how many units that we've gotten for free from that. It's super valuable. It's pretty much an entire unit group worth of free units. And now we don't have to worry about being too efficient anymore, because this is the final fight and we have more than enough to just kind of overwhelm these couple of units. These big abominations, and the Dreadlord who just died. Even if things get out of control, Reanimate Dead is back up. Well, not anymore since we used that Death Coil. We're a little bit of mana shy. That's gonna be it though. Nice, quick, simple mission.
At last. Frostborn hungers. We have no time for this. We must find our way out quickly. You have my thanks, ladies. But where is your mistress? Where is Sylvanas?
She sent us to find you, great king. We've come to escort you across the river. Once we cross it, we'll take refuge in the wilderness. This is the place, sisters. We'll rest here, great king.
Why here? We've got to find Kel'Thuzad before we...
You have been deceived. Come to my side at once. Obey.
What is happening here? Sylvanas.
You walked right into this one, Arthas. It's time to even the scales.
Traitor! What have you done to me?
It's a special poisoned arrow I made just for you. The paralysis you're experiencing now is but a fraction of the agony you've caused me.
Finish me, then.
A quick death? Like the one you gave me? No. You're going to suffer as I did, thanks to my arrow. You can't even run. Your mother goes to hell, you son of a bitch.
Back, you mindless swans! You shall not fall today, my king.
This isn't over, Arthas. I'll never stop hunting you.
The effect of her arrow will wear off in time. All the preparations for your journey to Northrend have been made.
You have been a loyal friend, Kel'Thuzad. I don't know what the future holds, or if I'll even return. But I want you to watch over this land. See to it that my legacy endures.
I shall, King Arthas. I shall.
You seem troubled, mistress.
Aren't you, sister? Only days ago we were the Lich King's slaves. We existed only to slaughter in his name. And now, we are free.
I don't understand, mistress. I thought you'd be overjoyed.
What joy is there in this curse? We are still undead, sister. Still monstrosities. What are we if not slaves to this torment?
Greetings, Lady Sylvanas. My brothers and I appreciate the role you played in overthrowing Arthas. I've come to offer you a formal invitation to join our new order.
Mothras. My only interest was in seeing Arthas dead. I have no time for your petty politics or power-mongering.
Careful, my lady. It would be unwise to incur our wrath. We are the future of these plague lands. You can either join us and rule, or be cast aside.
I lived as a slave long enough, Dreadlord. I won't relinquish my freedom by shackling myself to you fools.
So be it. Our reply will come soon.
So we now have Veramothras being another Nothrazim / Dreadlord antagonist for the campaign. And it splits off here, and Sylvanas is off doing her own thing. She becomes free and is now kind of half in control of the Scourge, or fighting Veramothras for control of the Scourge. And Kel'Thuzad is chilling back in the Eastern Kingdoms over the Plague Lands, and this is setting the stage for Vanilla WoW, all of this. So this mission, with Sylvanas being the Banshee Queen, again, we are going to make heavy use of these Banshees.
If we could lure them to our side, they would be a great help against Veramothras' forces.
How very clever of you, sister. Possessing these lowly creatures could turn the tide in our favor. We'll start with their leader. Once we have him, subverting his warriors will be child's play.
And the Banshees make this mission trivial. Especially the combination of Banshees and these new units that we are producing out of the Slaughterhouse, the Obsidian Statues.
With only our sister Banshees and a few ghouls to aid us, it will be difficult to fend him off.
We're going to possess these really, really quickly before the towers and our units have a chance to do too much damage to them. So now we just have free abominations, 2 of them. Ordinarily, that would not be an option to even produce those. We get meat wagons, we get obsidian statues, we get ghouls, and we get banshees in this mission. Except banshees are super versatile, and they allow us to just possess whatever we need. So we're going to try to produce 2 of them at a time at all times. Ghouls, lesser priority, but if we don't have enough lumber and we have too much gold, we can sink some resources into ghouls. Honestly, we have everything that we need to go and take this base. Or rather, march towards it. With the Banshees, we will have everything that we need momentarily. So for this mission, we're not even going to need to build an extra ziggurat and expand that supply chain out a bit. We're going to come up to this gate guarded by the 2 brigands here. And we're actually going to go possess the leader of these bandits, a dude named Blackthorn. So the combination of Banshees who pop out of the Temple of the Damned at low mana and these Obsidian Statues are really potent. And that's because the Obsidian Statues have 2 modes. They can autocast a heal, like the human priests, or they can autocast a mana heal. So normally what I really like to do is have about 4 of them out, 2 on healing duty and 2 on mana duty, until I become, fully topped up on mana. Now switch the other 2 over to healing duty. Possess this mage here, not quite an archmage. It's chain lightning though, and that's really useful for us to have. Just a nuke. And some other abilities as well, but we'll mainly use him just for the chain lightning. Look how diverse our army has become just because of everything that we've been able to possess. Obsidian Statues, by the way, become my favorite new unit later on because of something else they can do. We haven't quite unlocked their full potential yet.
Lady Sylvanas is master here. We fight for her, brothers.
My own band of assassins. Intriguing. Show me a target.
By doing that, look at everything that we have now.
I'm listening.
What you got? Should I...
Blackthorn himself is pretty strong. He has a nice devotion aura going for him. We already had a full unit group full of some fairly strong units and a bunch of Obsidian Statues to just sustain them. We now have almost an entire extra unit group of bandits to walk into Varamothras' base with. This mission goes so easily because of this side quest.
Show me a target.
It is incredible. Should always, always, always do this side quest. Makes things go so smoothly. Plus, we have 3 of these mages, so we have 3 sources of just constant chain lightning. And the Obsidian Destroyers to make sure that we always have the mana to just chain cast whatever we need. Oh, I thought I rallied a few things back home. It's just gonna be the Banshees who don't have enough mana coming in fresh out of the temple. A ghoul. And meat wagon plus the towers to defend. That should be more than enough though. Unfortunately, I didn't produce an Obsidian Statue to pump their mana up, so I can't just possess these, which is a real shame. Plus, like, possession as a form of removal is insane. It's not only functionally like an instant kill against almost all units, which is ridiculously strong in its own right. It also bolsters your own army. Like, what a ridiculous power to have. The only thing is there's a fairly long cast time. So against a human opponent, it doesn't work as nicely as you would hope. It's still really powerful, but there are ways to counterplay against that. Like, there are silences, there are crowd controls, there are just flat out killing the Banshees while they cast. Plus, it's almost melee range. And then the other thing that makes Banshees really versatile as units is their autocast curse, which I think we have seen or heard about a bunch of times before. Curse just causes enemies to miss more often when they are afflicted by it. So this is a fairly large base to breach. There's a lot of unit production structures in here. It's decently well defended, and when you get here, there actually is kind of a decent-sized army, but you just have such an overwhelming force by the time you get here, plus being kind of pigeonholed into only being able to make banshees. Yeah, and you just get that hard removal crowd control. It only makes you stronger. And it really fits in well thematically with the whole theme of the undead. Your units become ours. Your strength becomes ours. Either raising them from the dead with the necromancers, cannibalizing them with the ghouls to replenish their health, or just flat out possessing them. It's all about taking your opponent's strength and turning it to your advantage. And we are just spread all across this base. This is really cool. There's no way they can mount any kind of offense anymore. We just have a full spread across the base.
I must obey.
I wish the AI could concede. I wish the AI could concede when there is no viable way for them to come back. It's like, oh, well, we're not going to remove this whole army from the equation, so may as well not waste his time and have him destroy every important building. It's got to be everything except the ziggurats, I believe. Maybe the graveyard doesn't have to go. I don't remember. The next big thing that has to go is the necropolis. That's gone. Let's see if the altar does the trick. Oh, the Temple of the Damned was still up as well. Hey, that did it. We don't need the graveyard. Great.
Any final words, demon?
Sylvanas, spare my life. I beg you. I can be of service. I swear it.
Just like a demon, you'd sell your brethren out just to save your own skin. I'm listening.
I know what my brother's plans are. I know where their forces are based. Just let me serve you, and I'll help you defeat them.
All right, Baron Arthas. I'll let you prove your loyalty to me. But be warned, I'm keeping you on a short leash.
All right, thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.